This weekend, it is Seattle's Pokemon Go Fest, and your boy is going to be there. But before we get to Seattle, we got to prep for the actual event. So I brought you information regarding Seattle as a whole. I brought you items that you should bring to Pokemon Go Fest Seattle. Now we about to focus on the in-game experience. How to prep for the in-game experience so you can have the best Seattle Go Fest possible. Let's get straight into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's your boy True Inferno. Today's day is Tuesday, July the 19th. So, we are, as of me recording this video, I am actually one day away before I catch a flight to Seattle. By the time this video drops, however, I will be about 5 hours before my flight. So, pretty interesting stuff there. I can't wait for this. I really can't wait for this. But before we get to Seattle, this is going to be the last video before I show you any videos from Seattle. Because after this video, it's all Seattle for like the next 3 videos maybe. But that's how it's looking. But before we get to Seattle, we got to prep for Seattle. So I already gave you guys information about Seattle as a whole, like what to look out for and things of that nature. I already gave you guys items to bring for Go Fest Seattle. Now we're gonna focus on what to do in order for you to prep in game to have the best Seattle Go Fest possible. And there's really 9 things that you should be doing in the game before your play day. So let's start off with number 1, storage. So if you have a bunch of Pokemon in your storage, depending on what your maximum storage is, you should be clearing them out. So if you have a crap ton of shinies, this is where that Pokemon home transfer will work. If you don't like to transfer shinies to that idiot Rillo, this is where, you know, home would be useful here. But really what you want to have is this. If you're just going to be shiny hunting, you want to have 500 Pokemon storage available. If you're going to be catching everything, then have at least 1,000. Now, me personally, I'm going to be shiny hunting, and that's it. I'm not going to be catching a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to be shiny hunting. That's all I'm going to be doing. So, there you go with that. So, again, the maximum amount of Pokemon that you can have in your storage is 6,050, which is an odd number, but it is what it is. But, if you have less than that, if you don't want to add more storage to that, ooh, actually you can add more storage to that. That's interesting. So I'm gonna take care of that later. So actually more than that. But if you want to add more storage to that, then that is fine and dandy. But again, if you're gonna be shiny hunting only, you want to have just 500 storage left in your storage. You know, room for 500 Pokemon. If you're gonna be catching everything, at least 1,000. Not the maximum, at least 1,000. Next thing you want to have is items. You want to have, you know, your items in check. So you want to have about 300 to 500 Pokeballs. And these are the regular Pokeballs, that is. 100 to 200 Ultra Balls. Great Balls, nah, I wouldn't necessarily focus on that because the Ultra Balls, if there's something that's like super hard to catch, that's where the Ultra Balls come to play rather than not Great Balls. Also, you might want to have 15 to 18 instants because you're going to be walking around throughout the entire time. I believe the entire event is 9, but technically I think it's 8 hours. You know, 4 in the park, 4 in the city, memory serves it correctly. So 15 to 18 will work here. Instance, if you want to go that far, get some lucky eggs and star pieces, because there may be some bonuses where you can get more XP and more Stardust. So keep that in mind as well. Now, speaking of items, that brings me to number 3. Don't fill up your entire item storage. Now you're probably wondering, wait a minute, you just told me to get this amount of items and that amount of Pokeballs. Why not fill up your entire item storage? Because they're going to be Pokestops there at the city and especially at the event. Now you still want to be spending because you may get a field research task that you may like, you know, that could give you more items or that could give you that Pokemon encounter, whatever the case may be. So you don't want to fill up your entire Pokemon storage. Also, you may want to get some eggs for you to incubate, maybe, possibly, I don't know. So you don't necessarily want to fill up your entire item storage. You want to have about, I'm gonna say 200 spots open for once you get to Seattle, and then once your play day actually starts actually. So you don't want to fill up your entire item storage, so keep that in mind. Number 4 AR mode. Now, not AR plus mode. We don't want AR plus mode because that's the one where the grass pop up. You click on the grass, and then you gotta slowly approach the Pokemon and hope they don't get in the red. That is one of the red. No, we don't want that. We want AR mode. So if I'm wondering why you want AR mode. So here's the thing. As you can see over there, here's the game, and here's how I look right now. Now, we got this Pikachu. Now, check this out. I'm about to count here. So check this out. I'm clicking on the Pikachu. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds before the Pokeball pops up. Now I'm about to turn on AR mode, bounce out of that Pikachu. Now check this out. 1, and boom, I got the Pokemon ready to go. So that's a 2-second difference between you tapping on the Pokemon and you finally get to your Pokeball to throw at that Pokemon. So if AR is on, you can get to that instantaneously. Whereas if it's off rather, it gonna take you about 2 to 3 seconds before you can get to your Pokeball. Now you're probably wondering what's the big deal about a 2-second difference. Well, for that one and only one encounter, if you wanna, separate the two, that's not much of a difference. But when you doing this over a period of 8 to 9 hours, that 2 seconds add up. And that's a lot of time that you wasted just basically tapping on the Pokemon and waiting 2 seconds before you can use your Pokeball and throw it at the Pokemon. And that, that seconds add up. So that's more encounters for you doing your play day, meaning more opportunities for you to get shinies. And this would be very useful if they do that 2-minute instance window like they did in Berlin. This would be very useful for that. So there you go with that. Which brings me to number 5, quick catch. So we all at this point should know what the quick catch glitch is. But in case you don't, I'm about to show it to you. So you can either do this with either your left hand or your right hand. You can actually do this one-handed. I recommend you do this with 2 hands. So what you do is this. You're going to take either one of your thumbs and either place it on the berry menu without opening it. So see how it's moving a little bit? Now my thumb is down on the screen, by the way. Now if I remove the thumb, okay, that was weird. If I would have moved the thumb, the berry menu pop open. Now I'm about to do the same thing with the Pokeball menu. So look, it's down. The Pokeball menu is moving, but if I let go, bam. So that's going to be key. Because watch this. Before you let go of your thumb, whether it's on the berry or on the Pokeball, whatever Pokemon you have right here, you want to launch it at the Pokemon. And then you let go of your thumb, and then the menu will open up. By the time the menu open up, that Pokeball will make contact with the Pokeball. Hopefully the Pokemon don't jump or don't attack or anything like that, and you don't miss. Otherwise, you have to do this again. No big deal. But when it makes contact, the Pokemon will be in the Pokeball while your menu is open. And then you can close out of the menu by tapping anywhere on your screen, and then you can run away. So watch what happens. Thumb down on the berry menu. I'm about to launch the Pokeball at this Pikachu. Launch it, bam. Menu's up. Close the menu. Run away. Top left corner. And look, I caught it. This ain't no automatic catcher, but majority of the time you will catch Pokemon. So let's do stuff over here real quick. So let's try that again. This time I'm gonna do it from the right side. My thumb is on the Pokeball, and then I'm about to launch it like this. Bam. Okay, I messed up. So let's try that again. And then launch over there. Bam. Nice throw. Back out. Run away. That's how you do it. Quick catching. So if you're trying to catch everything, that's the way to go, so you can keep on moving. You can also do this actually in AR mode as well, although it will be more difficult to do that because, if you're trying to get the nice throws and the excellent throws and all that joint, it's going to be harder to do that. I almost had it there, but it is possible to do that in AR mode as well. So if you really want to be quick about catching everything, that's the route you're going. I didn't even catch it this time. So, and of course, if you don't catch it, it don't automatically run away or anything like that. Bam, there you go. So I got the catch right there. So quick catch will be very useful, especially if you're trying to capture everything. Do not do that when you encounter shinies though. I highly recommend you do not do that by catching shinies. Because even though more than likely it won't run away if you miss, there is still a possibility that it does. So when you encounter the shiny, get them golden rares, get the ultra balls and things of that nature. Don't try the quick catch glitch on it. And with the shinies, you may want to cut off AR mode so you can actually focus on getting the excellent throws as well. Now, number 6. Do your research. So if your play day is on Saturday or Sunday, somebody online will have information of all the Pokemon that will be spawning in the city and at the park and at certain habitats. So do your research if your play day is on Saturday or Sunday. Now, if your play day is on Friday like mine, You may want to see if Couple Gaming, Leak Duck, or Legends of Rennie might have something available for you in advance. I don't know, but you want to do your research. Why you want to do your research? Because obviously there's gonna be certain shinies there that you want. So once you have that information beforehand, you can focus, you can plan a route, you can plan on where you want to go and stuff like that, and then you can go from there. So if, let's for example, Friday, if you're starting off in the city, you can get information on what the habitats are like for your afternoon play time at the park. Now, if your daytime on Fridays at the park, then you pretty much is a guinea pig at that point. So you want to be quick about your research. Like, ooh, that's here. Yeah, let me go over there. Ooh, that's there. Let me go over there. Wherever the case may be. All right, number 7, campfire. So why is campfire is important? Because campfire, there's really one thing you want to use campfire for. Actually, there's 2 things, but I'm gonna cover the second thing later. But the first thing you want to use campfire for is to coordinate raids, really. So there's going to be raid battle tours, and the likes of Zoe 2 Dots and the Training Club and I think Couple of Gaming have already announced their raid battle tour. So you get to walk around downtown Seattle, wherever the case may be, with your favorite content creators like Zoe 2 Dots, like the Training Club, like Couple of Rennie, and others. So, and they're going to be using campfire. So they'll be like, yo, I am at this gym, so if you're running late for some reason or you got lost, meet us at this gym so we can do this raid, blah, 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 and you can see where we're going next, wherever the case may be. So if you're going to go for Seattle, you should have access to campfire. So there you go with that. Now, I would not recommend if you try to add content creators because, you know, they may have certain requirements in order for you to add them. So I wouldn't try that, but you can still use campfire to see where they will be in regards to the gyms that they're raiding during the raid battle tour, wherever the case may be. I highly recommend you check out the Trainer Club's video on campfire. He released a campfire video while he was in Berlin like a few weeks back. So if you want to know more about that, check that out. They also, Niantic did their diary about that as well. So that is at PokemonGoLive.com as well. Now, number 8, speaking of raiding, quit your parties in advance. So we know there's going to be at least 2 raid bosses at GoFest, and there possibly might be a third going on. I could be wrong with this one. There might be a third there as well. So it's like Darkrai and Cresselia will be there. And I think the normal tier 5 raid boss is Moltres. And I think Dialga is next week. So I think Moltres is the like the normal tier 5 joint. So for Darkrai and Cresselia, you really want to get your party set up for both of those. And the mega you want to have evolve is Beedrill, because Bug is super effective against both Darkrai and Cresselia. So there you go with that. Now if you want to alternate between megas, then for Cresselia, Gengar, and for Darkrai, Lopunny. So those will be the 2 mega evolved Pokemon that you want to use if you want to alternate between back and forth. If you're going for a certain Pokemon only, like you want Darkrai but not Cresselia, then yeah, Lopunny would make sense, or Cresselia instead of Darkrai. Then Gengar would make sense. If you're trying to get both, you may want to look into Beedrill, because again, Bug is super effective against both Darkrai and Cresselia. Now for Moltres, obviously Water would be your best bet. So you're looking at Gyarados and Blastoise. Really Gyarados, because if you're trying to raid all 3, then Gyarados with the Water move against Moltres and the Dark move against Cresselia will be your best bet rather. Darkrai not so much though. You still want that fighting, maybe a Bug type as well. So there's that. Now, if I am mistaken about Moltres and instead is Dialga, then that's where Lopunny will come to play. Even Mega Ball Beedrill, okay, it can know ground moves, and ground is super effective against Dialga as well. So while you won't get the necessary boost needed for Dialga, not Dialga, but for Dialga, the ground move will work as well. But if you want to be super effective and give other people that boost for Dialga, Lopunny, or a fire type like Charizard. That's another good one right there. So, but either way, you want to have your raid party created in advance if you plan on raiding Darkrai, Cresselia, Moltres if it's still around, or Dialga. And of course, another mega for Moltres is Aerodactyl as well. That's actually a better one because it'll be way more effective than Gyarados. But if you're trying to use one Mega Evolved Pokemon for like 2 raids and not go back and forth, yeah, Gyarados is the play. And then number 9 is you want to bring a Go Plus or a Go Plus Plus. So here's the thing, if you're trying to capture everything, then this is where the Go Plus and Go Plus Plus will come to play. You can check stuff and see if it's shiny, and then if the Go Plus select that Pokemon you checked already, you have it catch it for you. Either it catch it or if it don't. Now, if it's a shiny, then obviously you don't want your Go Plus to try and catch it, so you want to catch that yourself. Now, with the Go Plus and Go Plus Plus, it's not an automatic catcher, so it's not like, oh, it click on the Pokemon and it'll try to catch it. You have to click a button in order for that device to try and catch it. So that would be the move, Go Plus or Go Plus Plus, so you have more control of which Pokemon you want the device to try and capture for you. Basically, the non-shinies. But if it's a shiny, nope, don't use that device on that. Try to catch it yourself. That's if you're trying to capture everything. If you're just shiny hunting, don't even worry about the device. I mean, you can still bring the device to spin Pokestops and stuff like that, but outside of that, if you're just shiny hunting, you don't need a device. So those are the 9 things I recommend you guys and gals do to prepare yourself for Pokemon Go Fest in the game. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stupid A Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all in Seattle. Take care. Oh! Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank 'em with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show 'em that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.